Coming up on today's episode of Airborne Unlimited, aviation groups urge Congress strip ATC privatization from FAA bill. NASA's Cassini spacecraft ends its historic exploration of Saturn. And ARAC backs rollout of pilot qualification rules. Hello, I'm Christopher C. Odom. It's September 18th, 2017, and this is Airborne Unlimited. 5 GA organizations are urging transportation leaders in Congress to strip a controversial proposal to privatize the nation's ATC system from a pending FAA reauthorization bill. In letters this week, the groups urge that authorization for the FAA, scheduled to expire September 30th, be extended at least 6 months so as not to distract from the important progress being made on NextGen ATC modernization and needed airport projects. The letters were sent to House Transportation and Infrastructure Committee Chairman Bill Schuster and Ranking Member Peter DeFazio, and to Senate Commerce, Science, and Transportation Committee Chairman John Thune and Ranking Member Bill Nelson. The letters were signed by the leadership of the NBAA, AOPA, EAA, Gamma, HAI, and NATA. They noted that the entire general aviation community, along with small airports, mayors, business leaders, and advocacy groups have come out against it, and that the Congressional Budget Office has estimated that H.R. 2997 would add nearly $100 billion to the deficit. They also noted that a recent Government Accountability Office report concluded air traffic modernization is on schedule. A thrilling epoch in the exploration of our solar system came to a close Friday, as NASA's Cassini spacecraft made a fateful plunge into the atmosphere of Saturn, ending its 13-year tour of the ring planet. This is the final chapter of an amazing mission, but it's also a new beginning, said Thomas Zurbuchen, Associate Administrator for NASA's Science Mission Directorate at NASA headquarters in Washington. Telemetry received during the plunge indicates that, as expected, Cassini entered Saturn's atmosphere with its thrusters firing to maintain stability as it sent back a unique final set of science observations. Loss of contact with Cassini spacecraft occurred at 7:55 a.m. EDT, with the signal received by NASA's Deep Space Network Antenna Complex in Canberra, Australia. Cassini's plunge brings to a close a series of 22 weekly grand finale dives between Saturn and its rings, a feat never before attempted by any spacecraft. Cassini launched in 1999 from Cape Canaveral Air Force Station in Florida and arrived at Saturn in 2004. After the break, ARAC backs rollout of pilot qualification rules.
Progressive Aerodyne's Sea-Ray Elite offers turbocharged Rotax power and Garmin G3X touch avionics. Incredibly well equipped, you can fly away in this best-in-category amphib for less than $160,000. Visit searay.com for more details.
In collaboration with NASC, introducing Sonex Aerospace, bringing you the Taros Group 4 UAS, the redesigned Tiger Shark Block 4, and the Subsonics Twin Jet UAS, all derived from flight-proven manned systems, not concepts, real aircraft. More at sonexaerospace.com.
Welcome back. If you'd like to be a supporter of Airborne Unlimited, send an email to jim@aero-news.net. The FAA's Aviation Rulemaking Advisory Committee has approved a report that recommends rolling back pilot qualification rules it says is adding to a nationwide shortage of airline pilots. The committee approved the report 14-4 with one abstention, but the recommendations are opposed by some pilot unions and safety advocacy groups, as well as several lawmakers. The rules were put in place following the Colgan Flight 3407 accident in Buffalo, New York in 2009. Lawmakers said that some regional airlines were hiring pilots as first officers with far less experience that was required by mainline carriers. The rules said that a pilot must have a 1,500 hours of flying experience before being made a first officer for any airliner. Some have said that the rule sets too high a bar for people interested in a career as an airline pilot and has led to a projected shortage of pilots, particularly at smaller regional carriers. The report recommends that pilots with less than 1,500 hours can qualify for an ATP certificate if they receive academic training from their airline. Each week we share with you an online video that one of our viewers found especially entertaining. We call it our Aero Video of the Week.
Final liftoff of Atlanta.
Reno air racing can be a dramatic and tasking pursuit, especially when your power plant gives up the ghost. Watch John Parker's masterful recovery from a difficult situation while prepping for this year's races. Search Blue Thunder 2 Emergency Landing on YouTube. After the break, NTSB releases preliminary report in New Jersey helicopter accident.
There's a difference between charting a steady course and pushing for the ceiling. And for nearly a century, Hartzell Propeller has been defining that difference. It's in our passion for engineering and research and our dedication to testing the limits of performance. We are built on honor. We are Hartzell Propeller.
The Bristol Light Sport aircraft is what you are looking for. The Bristol is wider than a Cirrus, faster than a Skyhawk, offers more storage than a Husky, and comes standard with Garmin avionics. So what are you waiting for? Visit Bristol.com to find out how you can get into a Bristol today.
So much news coming out of the aviation industry. We're summarizing a few of those great stories in a brief segment we call Around the Patch. The NTSB has released its preliminary report from an accident which fatally injured country music star Troy Gentry September 8th. The Schweitzer 269C-1 helicopter was substantially damaged during collision with terrain while performing a forced landing at Flying W Airport, New Jersey. The purpose of the flight was to provide an orientation pleasure flight to Gentry, who was scheduled to perform in a concert on the airport later that evening. Kenai Aviation Services in Kenai, Alaska has closed after flying from Kenai Municipal Airport for the past 56 years. The company is in the process of selling its aircraft hangars and equipment. Jim Bielefeld, the son of the company's founder, Bob Bielefeld, cited a decline in the works at oil fields since the global oil prices collapsed in 2014. Oil and gas operators were the primary customers of the air charter service. The FAA is supporting storm recovery efforts in the U.S. Virgin Islands with a fully staffed mobile air traffic control tower at Cyril E. King International Airport in St. Thomas. The tower was fully operational at 9:40 a.m. Wednesday morning and is now supporting relief flights by the U.S. military, FEMA, General Aviation, and limited commercial flights. Spirit Airlines pilots, represented by ALPA, sent a strong message to their airline's management team with a 100% vote to conduct a lawful strike once they are released from negotiations by the National Mediation Board. The Marine Corps has started equipping infantry units with SUAS quadcopters to bring greater situational awareness to troops on the ground. During the last year's modern-day Marine Expo held at Quantico, Virginia, Commandant of the Marine Corps, General Robert Neller, announced the desire to equip every infantry squad with quadcopters to help them execute missions. Well, that's it for today's trip around the patch. Now, let's get back to the rest of the news. Parrot has introduced a new mini drone targeted at the growing drone racing market. The Mambo is equipped with an FPV HD camera and comes with the new Parrot Cockpit Glasses 2 and accompanying Parrot FlyPad piloting controller. It is intended to be flown both outdoors and inside. It also comes fully equipped with a range of brand new piloting modes designed for training new and experienced racing pilots, and Parrot Mambo FPV's new power battery provides up to 10 minutes of flight time. An HD camera, 120 degrees FOV, easily attaches to the top of the Parrot Mambo FPV drone. Using smart block technology and a micro SD card can be inserted to store recorded pictures and video footage. The drone's view is transmitted to an inserted smartphone, creating short videos in 720p format to share with friends. The goggles will accept a smartphone up to 6 inches in length and provide a 96 degrees wide field view. Similar to the entire Parrot drone range, the Parrot Mambo embeds the highest performing technologies and ultra-powerful autopilot. Quick and agile, it delivers bursts of speeds up to 18 miles per hour. Parrot Mambo FPV's suggested retail price is about $216. Well, that's our program for today. Remember that Airborne Unlimited stream daily, Monday through Friday, with additional breaking news bulletins for important stories that fall outside our normal deadlines. If you're watching us on YouTube, please subscribe. And do check us out on Facebook and Twitter. A comprehensive, real-time, 24/7 coverage of the latest aviation and aerospace stories. Anytime at aero-news.net. Keep flying. We'll see you tomorrow.